Bam Spotlight. I'm your co-host, Real Rose.
Thanks for having us.
I'm Lance Chase, and we're here with an intro. We're very excited to have you guys. This is brought to you by our chairman, our boss, Fred Mack. And
Fred Mack, yep.
Let's get into it, man. You guys are a classic. I would like to call you a New Jack Swing group, hip hop New Jack Swing. In my, my generation, we would call it that. What have you guys been doing with this quarantine? How's it been?
Well, I can tell you one thing. I definitely went through the motions. I got hit with it on March 13th, and I was quarantined for about 2 weeks after that. And then for some strange reason, I felt better, and then I got sick again. So, I never had any breathing issues, but it was the headache and the coughs was unreal. I never experienced anything like that before, but thank God I made it through. But other than that, man, I just been just sticking in the crib, man, like covering up and, wearing my mask when I need to. And, me and Buddy just been communicating via text or phone calls, and that's it.
How about you, Buddy? What's in your life?
Yeah, I was lucky, but we lost a couple people, co-workers, friends. My grandmother lost a sister. It was like really, I was scared out. I was scared. I'm still scared, but like 3 weeks ago, I was petrified, like it was the end of the world, because every day somebody else was dying. And now we lost Dre. You know what I'm saying? It's like Andre Harrell. I don't think it was COVID related, but it's just like it's a real serious time right now, man.
So knowing that, the group had departed ways around the time of the passing of Green, one of the other members of Intro, you guys, you guys kind of said it earlier, but you guys have gotten together now and started bringing back Intro. It seems like Intro's about to come back out with some new stuff for us, or what we got going on?
We've never parted ways. Like me and Jeff, we lived like 5 minutes away from each other, like through this from the whole start of Intro to now, and we see each other all the time. Like I had an interview the other day, and somebody was like, "Yo, since the group broke up, I heard this and that." It's like we never broke up. It's just like Kenny died, and to tell you the truth, to put it in real words, nobody was really checking for Intro because Kenny died. You know what I'm saying? He was the lead singer. So there's like, I don't know if these guys can carry the torch without him and stuff. And it kind of took some convincing before people started calling us again. And now we back to just selling joints out. We just sold out the O2 Arena in London. We sold out the Apollo Theater in New York. We're supposed to be back in London on June 27th, but of course that's not going to happen. But our main thing was that we didn't want the legacy of Intro to be like we stopped recording because Kenny died. Rest in peace to my brother Kenny Green. But we didn't want that to be the end of the story, that we stopped. And Jeff will tell you, we added new members to the group and tried to make it worse, but they always want to fight me. They always want to get
I was just about to say, Jeff, why you laugh?
So, because I think I was the problem. At the end of the day, I can say I think I was the problem, but the problem was I just wanted to keep the integrity of the group, you know what I'm saying, on that level right there. I didn't want people to come in and try to take over and think that, they're going to get rich right off the bat. Jeff, you could tell them.
I'm about to say, Jeff, what is your opinion?
Well, here's the thing. We came in with open minds and, putting a new member in the group, not actually a new member, but, to replace Kenny, but just, to come in and join us. But the problem here is that when the people that we chose in the past, they became this evil lead singer, or they thought they was the lead singer, and they thought they rode this wave with us for the last 20 years. And these guys had no experience the way we had it. And at the end of the day, they became too big-headed, and we removed them. Right. It was a clashing of the titans. It's like, bro, you got to go. So.
Wait. But let me jump in here. Let's take it back.
Okay.
We're gonna jump about 2 sections. So let's go back to 1993 when you guys first got put on. Can somebody give us a little bit of your origin story? I like to put it in superhero talk. How did it begin for you guys, and how did that start? I know Heavy D was involved a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit about the story, how you guys first started?
Okay, Jeff.
Oh, well, I was an avid club head. Like I always, like hip hop was my number one thing. I always was involved with the clubs, and I introduced Buddy and Kenny to this club that I used to go to. I said, yo, let's go to this club called the Red Zone. At that time, Puffy was a club promoter and Jessica Rosenbaum was his partner. So we ended up going, and then we went up to VIP and we saw Heavy D, and all three of us approached Heavy D and was like, yo, we want to sing for you. Heavy was like, yo, want to sing for me, huh? I said, yeah, can you come in the bathroom so we can sing for you? He was like, nah, sing for me right now. And just to let you know, it was a loud ass club with music banging, and we just chose I think it was Father MC and Jodeci's song.
Nah, it was
You're on my mind.
Peaceful Journey.
Peaceful Journey, yeah, okay.
From Heavy D.
We sung Peaceful Journey.
Wish you Peaceful Journey.
Yeah,
we was using it as a rehearsal on the way to the club. We were singing it.
Oh, so y'all was ready to approach Heavy.
Wait a minute,
Like,
y'all
wow.
singing. Yeah. How y'all know Heavy was gonna be there and y'all had this joint already rehearsed?
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
Huh.
And we had already had a record deal. We was already tied into this bullshit record deal, and then we met Heavy D. So we had to go back to the old person, the person that we were signed to, and make up this whole big story of how the group was breaking up. We didn't want to work together no more.
Cause y'all wanted to work with Heavy, huh?
Of course.
He signed us right out of the deal. And I was like, wow. And then we went to, because we never told Hev that we already had a deal. We wanted that to happen. Go ahead, Jeff.
That's
You
My
paused,
bad.
huh?
I hope he didn't freeze. Jeff?
I think he froze.
Well, he'll be back in.
Right.
But yeah, so we met Heavy D at the club, and Jeff gave him his number, and I'm like a real observant type of person, so I want to see if if he was interested. I feel like he would have took the number and folded it up and put it in his wallet, right? He took the number and just rolled it up like this and shoved it down in his pocket. I was like, man, this motherfucker ain't gonna never call us, man. He's just like everybody else. He ain't gonna never call us.
Right.
But in hindsight, he took the number, he balled it up and put it in his pocket, I guess, and stuffed it down so that he wouldn't lose it. It would be at the bottom of his pocket.
Right.
And he called us like 2 weeks later. He called Jeff's mom, and we were back in North Carolina because we used to rehearse in North Carolina because me and Kenny was in the Army in North Carolina. And she called and she was like, somebody named Heavy G called. You know, from the South. They always mix something up. She's like, Heavy G called, and he said to give him a call. So I was like, Heavy G? She talked about Heavy D. Yeah, let's call him. So we called Hev, and Hev was like, I want y'all guys to come back to New York because I want y'all to meet with Eddie F. He started a production company called Untouchables, and I think y'all should, sing for him and see what he got to do. So, yeah, we jumped back in my Volkswagen Jetta, 95 North, straight to Eddie F's office. And we sat in his office, and he was like, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? All right? We're like, cool. He's like, I'm going down to Sam Ash. Come with me. So before we even played any music, he just wanted to fill us out. We left the office. We went down to Sam Ash. He was like buying some like studio equipment and stuff. Then we came back in and we threw our cassette tape in, and it was a wrap. From right there, it was a wrap. He started calling people.
Off right from there. It just started momentum.
He started calling people. Like, yo, I need you to come to the office right now.
Wow.
I need you to come to the office right now. Like, in no time, people was just popping up.
And what was your initial reaction?
Puffy, Him Dog, Patterson.
And what was your initial reaction, buddy? Like as far as like when you heard your first song on the radio, and you just was like,
the very first song that I heard on the radio that we did was a song called it was with Shinehead, Try My Love. We did the video with him, and we his song was just popping on the radio in New York City. If you try my love, try my love. And I just used to hear the cars passing by my house, and it felt like it was an intro record, but it was a Shinehead record. And it actually, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it made me sick.
Really?
It made me sick. It made me like a little crazy because I was like, oh snap, I hear my song. Excuse me for 1 second. It's the Corona pandemic, and I'm at home. I got my daughter calling me. Yes,
okay.
Lauren.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying for something.
1 second. Yes, Lauren.
His baby calling. He had to take his baby. So let's reiterate. We are here with
Yes.
intro. This is Fam Spotlight. I'm Lance Chase. This is
I'm Real Rose. How you doing, everyone?
and we've lost both of intro. They stepped out for a little bit.
Yep.
You are now watching Fam Spotlight.
All right, we got to work.
It look like Jeff is coming
I'm sorry,
down.
no, serious.
He's back.
When I heard "Try My Love" on the radio,
go ahead, buddy.
yeah,
I
when I
had
heard,
to you everybody because you bounced out, so we had to set the
my
reset.
bad. I'm sorry.
That's all
I'm
right.
sorry.
Family first. We know how it go.
Yeah,
There he
yeah,
is.
I heard "Try My Love" on the radio, and I was like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen now? Because I didn't know I was a new artist, so I'm thinking, oh shoot, we're gonna be at the Grammys. It's like I was reaching too far. You know what I'm saying? I was reaching too far. I had to slow it down, and it slowed down real quick because we were still in the studio. From that day, Eddie, he put us in the studio with. Did Jeff make it back?
Yeah, he's right here. He just made it back.
Yeah,
My
man.
dude.
If you was talking about me, man, I'm gonna find out, man. Go ahead.
Nah, that's all good. We're talking about how it was when we first met Eddie up at Untouchables and how he took us down to Sam Ash, and then we came back and played the music.
What do you
It was a
remember
little bit
about
more
that, Jeff?
Nah, man, it was more than that. Before we even went to Sam Ash, he made us move furniture into his new
Oh.
office.
That's right.
What? He put y'all to work.
Yeah,
Put us to work before we even.
that's true.
We haven't even played any music yet. We became his moving person. Like we were
Mhm.
moving stuff into his new office. His office right next door to Tony Randall, the actor. And Tony Randall came in the hallway and we was like, oh shoot, the Odd Couple guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
What?
That's Felix, right? Felix Unger.
Yeah, Felix
Yeah.
Unger, yeah.
So then, from that moment on, after you signed with Eddie F, momentum picked up really fast. So how long was it before you guys were on your own single?
But it was a lot of history before that.
Okay.
Before the first single, we moved into Eddie's crib in New Jersey, in Gloucester, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a beautiful mansion. The top joint was a loft, and he had a resident that stayed up there. His name was Sean Puffy Combs. So every day we was there with Eddie and Puffy. Like every single day while we was recording the album, I walk into Eddie's house. One day I see this girl sitting on the couch, and she just there crying her eyes out. Like, what? Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. And I'm like, yo, you okay? She's like, niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. I was like, what's wrong? And then I got into a little conversation with her. To make a long story short, without saying what the problem was, that was like Mary J. Blige.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to my mother. Jeff, am I lying?
He stepped
I'm
out.
telling you, Eddie had us in the middle of everybody. We was just in the
Wow.
middle of everybody.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that how you guys ended up writing some songs for Mary?
That's exactly how it happened. I didn't know who
Nice.
she was. I didn't know who she was at the time, but we ended up doing Love No Limit, My Love, Reminisce, and You Don't Have to Worry with her
Yeah.
just from those encounters right there. And then
Wait. Who was she crying about?
a guy.
Somebody-
Was it anybody we know?
It was a guy. I could just say it was a guy. She told me the whole story. It was a guy who she cared about. It was a
Okay.
guy who she cared about, and he cared about her, but she didn't know at the time that he cared as much about her. But I watched the whole thing play out, and it ended up on a good note. But on the day that's the very first time that I met her, and she's just mad cool. Yo, we was working with her in the studio, and I came out the studio. It was like came out the studio like 4 o'clock in the morning, and my car wasn't there. It got towed.
Mm.
Oh, I hate that.
So this is before intro.
Right.
I can't afford to get my car out the thing. So Kenny was like, let's just ask Mary for the money. He called Mary. She's like, come get it. Come get the money.
Wow.
He gave me the
That's
money.
nice.
I went and got my
That's
car right out the tow. Yep. That was like.
So what was
He put us around everybody.
What were
Jodeci.
your musical influences at that time? Like who were y'all like trying to style your group after? Or what were the stepping stones to your sound?
Jeff.
Jeff?
I don't think he heard that. You gotta give him a minute.
So
Oh,
I think,
Jeff.
well, for me, it was Guy. Guy made R&B music cool as fuck. Excuse me.
That's all right. Go ahead.
It's okay. You already cursed earlier.
God made music cool. The leather jackets, the Harlem swag, Teddy Riley, Damian Hall, Aaron Hall. I was like, yo, that's cool right there. R&B is cool. It's not. We don't gotta do the Jerry curls in the velvet shirts. We could wear what we wear on the street. We could put the gold chain on. We could put our Timbs on. We could take it to another level. So it was like definitely Guy. Musically, it was Tony for me. Tony. The gospel group Commission, Take 6, James Ingram. But we would have listened to those people, but I don't know if we would have like moved into R&B as hard on the street level as we did, because we thought we had to clean it up to be R&B artists. Like we used to rap, we did house music, whatever opportunity was presented itself to us, that's what we was gonna do. So when Hev introduced us with the R&B situation, we became R&B artists. Before that, we was pretty much house music artists. We were gospel artists. We used to sing in churches.
Really?
Yes, church. The first time I was ever in a club, we were performing. The first time I ever went to a club in my life is because Intro had a show there.
What club was that?
It was called Sweetwaters. Yep, it's called Sweetwaters. They had like an open mic.
Okay.
And they had the Gordon Dukes band playing, and he asked us to come through to sing a commission song with his band. And that's when we went through, and I was like, this is nice. Went to the bar, got me a drink. Yeah.
Go ahead, Rose.
Yeah, no, I'm because I'm like I wanted to ask Jeff the same question, but we keep losing him. So, but thanks everyone who is tuning in to Fam Spotlight, brought to you by Fred Mack. I'm Real Rose, and of course Lanse Chase is here with us. So I wanted to also ask, wow, okay. So when you guys started working with legendary Stevie Wonder, let alone for him to get in the music video, how was it? Whose idea was it to get in the music video, or like was it like after he heard the song first, or what was it like? Did he approach you guys about it, or how was that about? How did that even come about?
Okay, shout out to Tim Patterson for having us, for being on our backs to record "Ribbon in the Sky." We didn't want to do the song. We said, no, we're not going to redo a Stevie Wonder song. You don't mess with a legend song.
Right.
And he just kept pushing us. And we did. It's Tim Patterson. We did, like, he was our artist development guy. We didn't want to do it. We did the song. We didn't put it out as a single at first, which was a smart thing from Atlantic Records because it carried the record to go gold, because the only way you could get Ribbon in the Sky was to buy the album. Right. Like, just the single was Love Thing, then Let Me Be the One, and Come Inside.
Right.
They released Ribbon at the end of the life of that first album. So we put that out. Atlantic flies us out to Los Angeles to do the Ribbon in the Sky video. We spent a whole day filming the video. That night, I flew back to New York. Kenny and Jeff stayed in Los Angeles. I flew back home. As soon as I got home, hey, what's up, Mom? She's like, Kenny said, give him a call at the hotel. It's very important. So I called G. I said, yo, G, what's good? He's like, yo, man, you shouldn't have went home. James Cleveland's son, Andre, just came to the hotel. He said Stevie Wonder want to meet us tomorrow. He wants to come to his house tomorrow. They're going to pick us up in the morning. I was like, what? Dude.
Wait, did you catch a flight back?
Mom, I'll see you later. Boom. Right back to the airport. I got on the red eye. I was back in Los Angeles the next morning before he came to pick us up. Right when he came to pick us up that morning, took us out to Stevie Wonder's house, and the party started. It happened to be Kenny Green's birthday that day.
What's up, man?
So he turned it into a party. Huh?
We're going to play a little bit of that and try to get Jeff back in, see if he can sing in, and let's vibe, because I know that song was, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I got my DJ here, so I got to use him. I'm paying him, so I got to get him in here.
All right. What's his cash app? What's his cash app? I want everybody to know what's his cash app so they can tip the DJ.
Oh.
What's the cash app, man?
DJ Player for Life. What's your cash?
DJ Player for Life. $. Was a $sign before. Player for Life.
Cash app, Melvin Brown. DJ Player for Life. Play a little bit.
Tip the DJ, everybody.
Hey.
Now, how do we get Jeff back?
He'll jump back on. Let me,
Okay. Like see if we can bounce back in. Well, the rivers in the sky.